Here to give the command to start engines for tonight's race, from Jag Metals, Dwayne Bailey.
Drivers, start your engines.
This, Phil, he doesn't do a great job in saving that truck and puts it in the outside wall. Caution's out. Oh, big crash.
Huge hit for the 42, and that's Tommy Joe Martin's. They were in the backup truck already because of an issue yesterday in practice.
Look how bad that truck's torn up, both sides of it.
Wow. Championship hopes if he'd have put that on the wall.
Ooh, that has the look of maybe something breaking on the right front of that truck. And then as he comes down the hill, he just can't steer it. And then hard.
Yeah, when we first saw that truck, I said it looks like an outside wall damage, and there it was right there.
And a caution is out, and it's the 63, and that is J.J. Yaley. Oh, check that. That's the 83 of Patrick Emmerling.
Underneath of him. There it is.
Yeah, all by himself here on exit of number 2. Going to make contact with the inside safer barrier. Pretty good contact.
Yeah, that's a shame. When you're a kid like that, just trying to learn what this is all about, have that opportunity taken away from you by getting loose off the corner. Sauter sees an opening. It's not a very big one. Dives in there and just clips Haley, and watch this job, Phil. He stays in the gas just the perfect amount of time to keep that thing from getting in the outside wall.
Vince, you talked about that 20 extra feet down there in 1 and 2. Justin needed every single one of them.
Yeah, he was not far off the wall. And watch Johnny Sauter. Complete lack of vision here from the smoke off that 24.
That's what you call hoping he's not there when you get there. And Sauter did a nice job of getting low and underneath
No
them.
Limits Texas, here to give the command to start engines for tonight's race, from Chris Muffler Service, Chris Newton.
Drivers, start your engines!
Bring them up. Get it fired up when you're ready. Fired when you're ready, bud. Being fired up when we're ready. And 4 fired home.
Hemrick, a practice crash. They had to bring up a backup car.
Yeah, you can see right here, Rick Daniel Hemrick had a rear suspension part break. Car just spun around, hard contact in the wall. But, you know, you mentioned a playoff guy, dug a hole. But today in qualifying, qualified 6th.
Continues to fall down the scoring pylon, and around goes the 3. Ty Dillon spins, and the caution comes out.
Well, unfortunately, the 00 had lost so much ground on the racetrack because he had gotten so slow. He did get lapped. It looks like he'll be able to pit put on 4 tires, but only lose 1 lap.
What happened with the 3 of Ty Dillon? Apparently Spencer Gallagher involved in the 23. Was on the inside of that 3.
Yeah, it's hard to say from that view. I don't know if there was contact prior. It's hard to tell from that view. Right here, he's all the way around. So.
And Jeff actually came across radio and was reporting that car is really
for Miami. Why the strategies will be different as we have a caution on the racetrack.
Cautions come out on the backstretch.
That's a huge break for that 00, Rick. A huge break for Cole Custer, who took the wave around.
Angela Bruck.
A lot of left front damage. Your left front tire is. Get easy coming back.
Looks like the right side tires are both down as well. And the reason for the caution, this is the 3rd caution of the night.
Well, you can see on the exit of the corner, just car came around just too free and was not able to maintain control. Contact with the inside wall, heavy contact.
Relatively flat, 1 and 2. 20 degrees of banking, and Eric Jones making that outside line work. He's side by side for the lead. Here comes William Byron once again in the 9. And around goes the 33. Hard contact on the inside wall. Caution comes out. Brandon Jones, and you see the damage to that car.
Wow, that's the entire radiator is hanging out of the front of the race car. Too, and 4 wide's not going to work.
Looks like Mike Lynette in the 5 might have been some contact there.
Yeah, I think there was definitely contact there. Racing for 9th position. He's picking himself up, going to the racetrack. So you can see right there, it's just So many cars in one spot, and that's all become big impact. It's all because of the troubles in turns 1 and 2. There's so little grip there that somebody has a problem. They bottle everybody up. They end up 3 wide. Somebody doesn't have the momentum another guy has. Next thing you know, you're 3 or 4 wide. Things happen quickly. There's contact. But it all starts because the redesign of 1 and 2. That was the idea. Not to have wrecks, but to have people that have trouble. If your car doesn't handle as well as somebody else's, then the guy behind you, has an opportunity.
Allgaier came across the radio saying that he felt like guys were going to do this. You see, he gets very lucky there not to tear apart the front end of that race car. Matt Tiff, the 19.
15 points. Tiff, 12 points, as sliding through the grass. The 24 of Dylan Lupton.
Roll straight. Leaders coming. Get to the line. Get to the line. Get to the line.
Brendan Gaughan underneath Dylan Lupton got way loose. Had to chase it up the racetrack and got into the side of him. Spin it through the grass. Lucky he didn't get as much damage as right there.
62 here, keep rolling the bottom. Check up here, check. Clear high.
Now they will give the command to get the AAA Texas 500 underway.
Radio check. Yeah.
First attempt at 1 and 2, and already up the racetrack they go. It looks like the 4 had to go up the racetrack. There was contact made.
We have 2 cars coming to pit road already. Yep, Brad Keselowski's coming to pit road. He said we have a flat left rear in that, and we knew something might happen to a championship contender today. Flat left rear for Brad Keselowski.
To the bottom, trying to carry a lot of speed, gets loose, gets up the racetrack, gets in the side of the 2 car, and slight contact, but a lot of fender damage on the 18 car, and obviously a cut tire on the 2 of Keselowski.
Real estate, Jeff. Real estate. We talk about that corner 78 feet wide, but they're running in the bottom 15 or 16 feet.
Remember, he, much like Chase Elliott and Matt Kenseth, had to start near the back of the field.
Here comes the 4 of Harvick, and way up the racetrack goes the 11 of Denny Hamlin. He's going to be able to keep it off the wall, but got out of the groove, and now he'll lose probably 6 or 7 spots at least to get back into line. And problem 2, the 19 of Suarez goes up the racetrack.
Roll down the hill.
Holds the brakes. Casey Kane in the 5 also spinning. See some debris flying out of one of the cars out there. Did a 2. We ride along with the bat cam.
He was the first car a lap down right here, so he should get his lap back.
True. We're looking at the 19 of Suarez.
We talked about it. Real estate, right? The 19 goes into the corner, misses the bottom. We've seen cars do it all day long. Well, Daniel Suarez does it with the 5 of Casey Kane on the outside. He goes up the racetrack, makes contact with the 5, spins the 5 around. Casey Kane was doing nothing wrong. He was just trying to gather it up, running the second groove. It's a mistake by Daniel Suarez, but not a very hard one to make. We've seen a lot of drivers overdrive the bottom, and that's what he just did.
Just got to stay in your lane.
I'm impressed, and around goes the, looks like 34 in turn 1, and the caution will come out. I was just going to say, I was impressed with Matt Kenseth, able to stay out front on 20 lap tires.
You see right there, on the straightaway, Clint Boyer got into the back of Landon Castle. Landon probably lifted, and Clint wasn't prepared for it. Made contact.
It was almost like the 34 had a problem even going through the tri-oval there and slowed down so much that Boyer couldn't avoid him.
Because they had been in the top 5 all day long. We're going to spin on the track.
The 95 goes around, the caution comes out. Michael McDowell will spin.
Yeah, rolling here, just hold your line.
Kyle Busch.
Restart 9th.
You see right here, McDowell just out of the groove. Car goes around on him, stays in the gas, keeps it off the wall. Right there, the tire goes down.
In turn 2. That's the 51. And Ray Black Jr. will bring out the 6th caution of the day.
Guess what that means, Dale? Another restart.
Not what most of these drivers were looking forward to.
Just the nose a little bit.
So interesting.
We talked about that groove widening out, but it's not up in there. Just very slick. Once you get out into that gray part, there's just no grip there whatsoever. Fortunately, most people had gotten by. You can see the 88 there. I saw him really high off of turn 4 the lap before. I'm not sure if he got into the wall off of turn 4 or not. But a good save here.
Green flag conditions. I would imagine we're going to see, well,
we're going to see a caution. Ray Black Jr. in the 51 slides again. And a close call there for Jeffrey Earnhardt in the 33, avoiding.
You get to the garage, Ray.
And you heard that. Take it to the garage,
Well,
Ray.
the other good thing about this is we see Ray Black Jr. sliding. We saw earlier Kurt Busch was in that first stall, and it was right in front of Denny Hamlin. Kurt Busch isn't on the lead lap anymore, so he will not be in front of Denny Hamlin when he comes to pit road this time.
Yeah, we know how good those Joe Gibbs Racing pick got him in trouble, and I think Kyle Larson might have just got into the wall off of turn 4.
He got in the wall pretty hard.
Kyle Larson, who's running 12th.
Oh, he's in the wall spinning.
Spinning up through 1 and 2 is Kyle Larson in the 42.
We're done.
And now the flames rolling from out behind that car.
Fire here, Cal. Come to a stop. Come to a stop. Come to a stop.
See, winning that down, has the brakes locked up, fire's out now.
Was creating issues, and you can see here coming off of turn 4, way up out of the groove, and so that was this very lap. Then as he went down into turns 1 and 2, got back up there again, hard into the wall.
That is the third straight DNF in 2017 for Kyle Larson.
I really believe he's had a tire going down for the last 3 or 4 laps.
All right, we're done.
See the frustration. See how hard he hit. See that, how much his head moved.
Again, I don't think we can discount how fast these cars are going. I mean, they're making these moves at nearly 200 miles an hour around this track.
Yeah, back in the fuel cell area, there is a fire extinguisher system that, it'll put that fire out, and it can fire back up briefly, but.
Be ready, guys. Heavy right side here. Clear, 5 back.
DJ, you see he put his hand on the shifter?